Hey everybody, Hunter105 here. So in today's video, I'm going to be breaking down the Battlefield 5 Alpha that I was fortunate enough to get an alpha key for from EA. They sent me one in my email, and I felt so grateful for that. So I'm going to be going over a bunch of different aspects of the game as far as gameplay, some new features they've added, some of the game modes that they gave us in the alpha, the graphics, the physics, the audio, weapons, pretty much everything that you really need to know about Battlefield 5 in its alpha state. So firstly, I'm just going to start off with the game modes. So they only gave us Conquest and the Grand Operations mode. However, there was only one map available, so I didn't play much of the Grand Operations. Most of you probably know is that game type transitions from map to map, and there was no other maps, so I didn't play it that often. But as far as Conquest goes, it was Battlefield Classic Conquest. I feel like they brought it back to its original state. It felt nostalgic, like Battlefield 1942. The capture points captured pretty quickly. It didn't take too long. Even if you were on your own, it was nice. It was fast-paced. It was intense with the vehicles. And I'm really glad they kind of went back to the roots and just, you know, they kind of simplified it. And they also, I don't know, they killed it. And as far as Grand Operations, like I said, I didn't really play it that much. I played a round or two, and as far as the timing goes, it seemed like each game I played lasted about 20 minutes. So it's not as long how it was in Battlefield 1, where sometimes you get into games that would last 30, 40 minutes. Longer than that, which that's a little too much, and I'm hoping that when we do get to see another map, I'll be able to try out the Grand Operations and get a better idea of how exactly that plays. Alright, so next I'm going to talk about a new feature that they added, which is like a building system. As you can see, it's like a transparent item that shows up on the spot that you can build, whether it be this plank kind of type wall built up around the staircase, or, you know, a window that you board up, or you can also place sandbags. You could do it in the street. However, like I said, it is on like a pre-templated area, so you can't just put anything. You can't put sandbags in front of stairs. You can't block off areas or anything like that. It's only on where you'll see a little transparent hammer symbol on any of the areas that you are able to build, which is a nice little touch. However, you'll see later in the video there is an area where I'm in an attic, and the attic has one hole in it from getting blown up, and I wasn't able to build anything in that spot, which I thought I would be able to. It seemed like it would make sense to be able to put up some sandbags or something like that to give me a little cover in that particular spot. But as far as the whole system, I really enjoyed it, and I really had fun with it. And one little thing that I noticed, and I'm sure it could be fixed, or if it's not, it's not that big of a deal. I think it's a great idea that they added it. Next, I'm going to talk about the weapons that I used. So I used mostly the Assault class, to be honest, which is I was able to use the STG-44. It didn't feel too overpowered. The iron sights was nice. The recoil was just perfect. It was easy to aim, while at the same time kind of a challenge due to the recoil and feeling the power of the weapon. The medic class has like a semi-automatic scoped rifle, which was nice. That didn't feel overpowered or underpowered as well. So I really enjoyed the balance of the weapons. The machine gun for the support class felt great. The sniper rifle felt extremely powerful but perfectly balanced. I loved the World War II bolt action sniper. As far as the new features, they added a revive system that allows you to revive your squad mates even if you're not a medic, which is really handy and really makes for epic moments to get even more epic when your squad's down and you're able to revive them as a support. They all get alive and you guys are able to recapture a point. Support class in Battlefield 1, you wouldn't be able to revive anyone, and so that's a really nice touch. However, they did change the revive to animation based, so it's not just run up to someone with a syringe, poke them, run off, and they get up and they can run off, and you can just do this over and over and over again. It seems to be more of an intimate revival where there's an actual animation tied to it. So if you're a actual medic, you'll use a syringe, which they'll get up a lot quicker. The animation's a lot quicker. However, with an animation, there's obviously risk as far as being able to look around and the time it takes to complete the animation. If you're just a regular soldier support and you're helping your squad mate, it's like they pick them up with their arm, and it takes a lot longer. It's a lot riskier to run out and try to save your friend. But actually, I honestly like it. I like the realism of it. That's why I like the Battlefield games. It's due to the realistic aspects that they have about it, while also incorporating a very smooth, cohesive gameplay. I like the fact that when you're on the ground, you can call for a revival, which it slows your bleeding. If you let go of the mouse button, or if you have a console and whatever button they're choosing for that, you'll bleed out faster and you'll just die. So if there's no teammates around, you might as well do that just to save yourself some time. They did bring back the ammo and medic supply crates. That's really nice. There were points in the battle where I feel like I should have an extra magazine. I should have 90 rounds instead of 62, which was a little frustrating at times, but they kind of counteracted that with the ammo and the medic crates, and it was just a matter of me needing to get more familiar with where they were located so that I could use them and really plan more strategically of how I wanted to use my ammo. So the tanks and the heavy vehicles and the airplanes feel amazing. They feel really heavy, they feel really durable, they feel really dangerous. They fixed the physics of the airplanes when they crash. There's no floating effect, there's no bouncing effect when they crash on the ground. They break into multiple pieces. It actually looks like a heavy metal vehicle is colliding into a building, and you can feel the impact when it hits it, and even just that slight detail makes everything a lot more intense. The airplane noises when they're swooping in, you can really, it has that authentic World War II sound. There was one thing about the vehicles that I did notice. It wasn't too bad, but if you're driving them really quick and you jump out, the vehicle instantly stops, which is kind of weird because you think maybe there'd be kind of a roll, like it would keep rolling and you could crash it into a building or attach C4 to it and blow it up. And also maybe they should add like a rolling animation of them jumping out of the vehicle. That would be kind of cool, considering they completely revamped the motion system of the characters and they added a lot of cool animations, such as when you jump out of the window out of a 2-story building and you land on the ground, you do a tumble. And it creates, you know, a way more realistic feel as far as when you're in a battle. It feels very risky. You can jump and grab onto ledges and pull yourself up. Try to make a building jump. You can grab the ledge, which is really cool idea for just being able to move around the map. The physics of the game. So this game really reminds me of the Bad Company series as far as the style. I mean, the look, the gameplay, just how the buildings crumble, how the guns fire, everything really reminds me that they wanted to put an emphasis of going back to everyone's favorite Bad Company style of gameplay. The destruction's always amazing. The buildings don't completely crumble like in the Bad Company series in that weird animation, but there is a lot more pieces of the building that's able to come off. A lot of small little details, windows break, and just being able to have these little teeny destructible effects makes the entire game a lot more immersive and makes it way more intense when you're in battles. And now with the new building system, you can just add stuff to replace walls, which also adds the intensity, and everything just feels really cohesive together, and it's just really cool. The audio is amazing in this game. The guns sound ridiculously satisfying every single time you shoot a round out of any gun in the game. It's the best feeling, especially the sniper class. The airplane audio sounds fantastic. All the vehicles sound amazing, especially the German tank sounds extremely mean. So as far as my overall review of the game, I am super excited for the release. The release is in October, so it's coming up. They alluded to more content being out in late summer, so I'm anticipating a beta, hopefully in August or September. I'm really looking forward to that, but also gave them a little bit of critique because, you know, nothing's perfect and there's always room for improvements, and definitely what I hear from their fans, and they clearly listen because this game answers a lot of the issues that Battlefield 1 had and a lot of the issues that people had with some of the gameplay features of Battlefield 1, the feel of it, the aiming system, everything felt a little off. And another great thing about what they're doing is that all the content is going to be free. They're not going to have a premium pass. They're getting rid of all of that. So they're really listening to the fans. They're not going to have loot boxes. There's not going to be any of those type of things. So they're really coming back from some very significant shortcomings in their past. I think everybody's going to be very pleasantly surprised. And if you're not a Battlefield fan, I highly recommend coming over to this series. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this overlook of the game and the experience that I had with this game. If you guys want to check out some more content, you can find me on Instagram at Hunter105Gaming. I also am on Xbox Live at Hunter105. You can hit me up on Mixer. You can hit me up on any of those platforms on there. You can also find me on Facebook at Hunter105Gaming. I've got a lot of PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds on my Instagram, so if you guys are highly interested in that game, definitely go over there and check it out. Been playing that on my PC a lot lately, so there'll be more content on there related to that. If you want, please subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate it. Click on the bell so that every time I post something new, you'll be notified. I'm going to be posting a lot of Battlefield content. I'm going to do a final review. I'm going to go over different maps, and we're going to get down to the nitty-gritty of the final build and see the improvements they made from the alpha and the beta. And I will be posting another video when the beta comes out. I will make some videos for you guys so you guys can kind of see my perspective on how I like to play my games and how I like to see the improvements that DICE and EA are making. And as far as their improvements goes, I think this game is fantastic. I can't say enough good things about it, and I cannot wait for the release. Alright, well, thanks again, everybody, for watching my review of the Battlefield 5 Alpha. I really hope you enjoyed and got some insight of how the gameplay is. And I'm just going to let this one play out so you guys can actually see some more gameplay. So I hope you guys enjoy.
Yes, we have lost objective easy.
Help me!
Objective Fox has been lost, soldiers.
Objective's been lost! Grenade for him! Nice.
Objective Charlie, you're losing it. Attention, objective Dog has been lost.
I need help! I can't move! More ammo! Quick! Have a grenade! One less!
Take an objective Charlie, soldiers.
We've taken it! Out of ammo!
objective Charlie. We're losing it.
Okay, bloody Baldy, horrible.
Halfway there, but we're losing this. Informing you that objective Dog is now ours.
Throwing grenade out. Go, please.
Objective Able has now been lost. Heads up. We've lost objective Dog.
Lobbing grenade.
Yes, we are losing objective Baker. Yes, we are losing objective
medic!
Baker.
Help me! Help me!
We have taken objective Able.
Right now! We control the objective now! Someone help!
Objective Able. The enemy are taking it.
Defend for king and country! Defend the objective!
They almost have us. Raise your game.
On it. Back me up over here!
Objective Easy is now ours.
I'm taking it!
Objective Able has now been lost.
Objective lost!
Objective Fox taken.
Objective! I'm taking it! Someone got my back! First aid for you.
We have taken Objective Charlie.
That's how to win! Some backup needed! Medic!
dog is ours now, soldiers. Objective Able has been taken. Urgent request for an airstrike. JV2, this position. Be alert. Objective Charlie.